Hello everybody, welcome back to the stream. Hey Nervan, hey Schmidtcopter, I know you're both here. Alright, so while we're waiting for more people to join, I hope you're having a good day, a good start of the day at least. I worked a little bit more on this piece. You maybe have seen it on Instagram. Just added some shadows and did a few more washes after the stream last time, and I'm quite happy with how it looks. Rush, says Schmidtcopter, which probably means hi. Exactly. Cool. Good to have you here. I'm trying out a little bit of a new setup. I don't remember if I tried it last time as well. Basically the idea is to use the iPad as this little screen. Hello, says Nervan. Good morning, yeah. So today I was thinking maybe we take this idea a step further and good morning, Lefleur Blanchet. Haven't seen you here in a while. Glad to have you back. So, I was thinking about taking this idea maybe a little further and, you know, expanding the world of the I don't know, wind hunters a little bit more. So I thought maybe this ship needs a place to stay, you know, like a harbor, or could be that the people who live on this ship they have homes as well or something like that. So I thought maybe today we will draw something like a sky harbor or sky city or sky something. I hope you draw along, but if not, just stick around, get some tea, and just have some good time. That would be my advice for the next couple of hours. I will cook cheesecakes and watch, or rather listen the stream. Right, that sounds like a good start of Sunday. In the meantime, will start with some thumbnails and sketching. Let's see that the topic fits. Alright. Usually I do thumbnails on the left side, but I feel like if I do them on the left side, on the right side, like my hand occupies too much space on the screen. But eventually I will draw a bigger picture, so I would rather start on the left side because then I don't smudge everything. Cheesecakes. I don't know how else to translate sырники from Russian. I think it's cheesecakes. It's not really cheesecakes, it's like cottage cheese with egg and flour basically, and like you make a dough out of it, you fry them on both sides. I don't know. Don't Serniki. Maybe knee should be with K as well, like the knee of a foot. Of a leg. So Sky Harbor. I think what helps me to draw something like that is usually to plan a bit, like to have a plan of some sorts. Like what does a harbor need, you know, like it needs the docks so the ships can dock, obviously. Maybe a few ships can dock in the same place. And then there should be some kind of a house of the dockmaster, and maybe like a tavern and some, I don't know, I guess some storage spaces. This looks like a I spotted cozy stay at home shirt. Yeah. Sorry. I have I have this shirt that is, I think, like 3 sizes bigger than me. But it's good for staying at home. Exactly. Maybe it has these like docking stations in all directions. And then it should have some sort of like an alleyway going around so people can walk from everywhere to everywhere just using the perimeter. But the question is, how does it float in the air? Cozy stay at home shirt. Yeah, that I think everybody has something like that. Like either just enormously huge piece of clothing, or maybe like something that has holes in it. I have a couple of those too. That I don't know. They're just too dear to me to throw away, or not really dear, but they're just decent. Like, why would I throw away a good thing, kinda? And I think I need to clear this queue because otherwise we'll listen to 9 Inch Nails for the next 2 hours. Which is not a bad idea if you're watching them live, but I guess for a Sunday morning chill stream, it might be not the best soundtrack. Alright, so we have some sort of like a plan for it, which is good. The ships can like dock around, maybe little like air balloon ships can be docked inside. Maybe there's like a huge ship docked backwards. Yeah, let's say this is the rough plan. But how does it stay afloat? I'm thinking like it's kind of like a big platform with these like houses and all these like structures and these docking stations poking in all directions. But how would it stay afloat? That's the question. Would it have like huge balloons or some kind of engines underneath it? I think also some space underneath can be used for like storage and all that stuff. What could be a good whimsical way to keep something in the sky? There could be like a turbine that poops out clouds. I don't know. It sounds a bit dumb. yeah, let me know if the music is too loud or if the music is too distracting. I've heard a couple of complaints that the new music is flying turtle. Could be. Yeah, I've heard a couple of complaints that the new music is nice, but it's distracting from the talking, which I personally don't mind because I don't think I say anything. We used to have a flying turtle in the old times. Let's see if we can sketch here a turtle. Can't remember how turtles look like. You could use your music. I like music. Okay, music is fine. What do you mean I can use my music? The music that I write myself? That would be horrific. It will be it will be even more distracting, I think. It looks close enough to a turtle. But it's like swimming in the air. Maybe it needs some wings or something. Don't know how flying turtles work really. Maybe they're like dragons a little bit. I like putting stuff on turtles. For some reason they seem to be very good like carriers of things like cities and houses and whatnot. Why is everyone purple here? I don't know. I only see Nervin as purple. You're yellow and Le Fleur Blanchet is green to me. But I think if you refresh the page, you will get random colors again. Not sure about the turtle idea. I'm not sold on it. Turtle is great in general. I like it as a vessel, but in this sense, I think I will spend too much time drawing the turtle. It's not the main argument against it, but I think it kind of like the focus. I want the focus to be on the houses, kind of. So maybe I don't know. It could hang on the just like air balloons. Something like this maybe. I think I like the air balloons better than turtle in this scenario. Alright, 15 minutes for sketching. Now let's go into a bigger piece, I guess. Those look like trees. But what if I add this, you know, like there is, where is Pinterest? I will show. Ah, there it is. Air balloon. Uh-huh. Some research. That's what it is. Old air balloon. Let's see. Interesting. Yeah, you're right. Maybe something more like, maybe they can all be different. Like maybe one can be just a regular balloon, kind of like this, like like a light bulb, and another can be maybe like more like this one over here. Maybe another one can be something like that. Oh, actually, that, yeah, they can be with different colors and everything, and it could be cool if there are like these little baskets underneath them, so they both work like engines and kind of guards for the city, you know. I think also these kind of lines really help to let people understand that it's air balloons. Yeah, cool. Let's remove the turtle just so it doesn't confuse people who join us later. Maybe there could be like some neighborhoods that are just sticking down into the air, like very very cheap apartments, because if you fall through the floor accidentally, you're a goner. All right, let's see. I think it will be maybe like here, the city. Maybe something like this, with all the things sticking out and all that. And then here be the balloons. Yeah, that should do. Maybe it could be also like a cool shape if you look from above. I mean, this shape doesn't look much, not much cool. That one is not really great, but maybe it could be like an, I don't know, octagonal shape or hexagonal shape or something like that, and then have these like sticking in different directions. I don't know, maybe like a central house. They like, if I would be doing it for some kind of book or animated series or whatnot, I think I would rather go with like a cool shape, and then it could be called like, I don't know, the octagonal castle or the city of six sides. You know, just something like that. Alright, let's draw a horizontal line here. Now let's start sketching this little city. I like the layered stylistic of it, so that's probably what I will go for here as well. And I guess I will treat this line here as my horizon line, so all the other lines will converge into vanishing points somewhere on this horizon line. And to help myself, I will draw those lines. I will imagine like a vanishing point somewhere, maybe like here, and then I kind of just draw these lines that would theoretically go into the same place. And the same for the side below the horizon line. I don't know. That should do. Hot air balloon. Yeah. There is a train on the balloon. That's weird. Anyway, yeah, let's do the same for the other side. Basically, I can imagine the vanishing point being somewhere there, and then just whoops, trying to roughly estimate where it would go. Doesn't have to be perfect, just has to be close enough, I guess. I don't really want to like super meticulously construct those buildings. I would rather just, you know, have roughly close enough to reality perspective, you know. How are the cheesecakes going, Lefleur? And how is everyone? Is anybody drawing along? Is anyone playing to draw something? What's up? Are you drawing something, Schmelicopter? You usually do something. Not always the same stuff, but always something unexpected. The smell is yummy, says Lefleur Blanchet. That's a good start for syrniki. Cheeseniki. That's probably the real translation, cheeseniki. I'm drawing a bear, says Schmericopter. That's... See, that's... I would never guess that you're drawing a bear. Guess that could be a house. What's the purpose of the bear you're drawing? I'm not saying that everything needs to have a purpose. And Nervin is still thinking about what to draw and if she wants to draw. What if you draw a sky harbor? So there are the couple of houses, there is the gallery, maybe here's another attachment to this house. I don't know, I feel like the more layers, the more attachments, the crazier it looks. And in this sense, it's really good. Helicopter says the bear's purpose is to steal some honey. That is about right. Hey, Musk is here. Balls. That's what Musk said. Balls. Let's try to keep these little baskets also aligned with the perspective and all that stuff. Round baskets are a pain in the butt to draw, but oh well. There should be like this double, you know, like round spinning thingy, and the rope should go around so you can pull the balloons up and down when you need them. I think that makes a little bit of sense. But I don't like this tangent that the side of the house aligned really well with this with the line from the balloon. There could be little, like maybe little platforms here for the baskets and the air balloons to land if they need to. I mean, probably I'm going too much into details of this whole construction, but Here could be like the gates from one of the docking stations. Maybe there's like a sign of some sorts. Don't know. Look like light bulbs though, these guys. Now I think I will like break the roofs a little bit just to make it more interesting of a silhouette for these houses. Like a little bit more shabby, I guess. That's what I'm going for. There could be another house sticking out, maybe here, or maybe on this side as well, just to add some more details there. Maybe just to highlight that there are more of these docks on the sides. Alright, now what about the underside of the platform? I think this like brainstorming phase of drawing is my favorite. Like I'm not a big fan of rendering and like finishing up the stuff because it usually requires, you know, a lot of time and effort, and oftentimes, more often than not, at least in my case, it doesn't look the way I want it to look like. So it's also mildly frustrating. There would be this little house of the dockmaster. So when you have stuff in your ship, you need to declare everything and maybe all that stuff. I think underneath everything should be kind of just connected. They don't need roofs. They can just like build platforms around it. I guess something like this could be fun. Does this make sense? I think it does actually, surprisingly. I guess Something along these lines, maybe. That's a decent rough sketch, I would say. I will add some more details, and then probably just take one of my trusty pens, not pants, pens. And just outline stuff. Don't know if I want to do inking today, or not inking, the watercolor. Maybe all windows are oval for some reason. Would be really hard to cut oval windows though through the wood probably. But you know what? It's a whimsical castle in the sky. So what gives? There is a gallery of some sorts. Another oval window. And funny enough, if you're living in the like on the bottom side of this sky harbor, you'll still get a ton of light. It's not like a bad district to live in because there's sky below you. I think that's actually a really good point for castles in the sky. We need to build more of them. I feel like there is a big market for sky real estate. Those air balloons. Also, aren't you surprised that it's 2020 outside and there is still like no proper private way to move in the air except of airplanes? It's kind of weird to me because, you know, there is so much other stuff going on, but we're still flying with the same more or less airplanes as like 70 years ago. By now we kind of should already have, I don't know, maybe like little private flying UFOs, or I don't know, something like that at least. Buildings in the sky, flying cars, hoverboards. Where is all that? Nowhere to be found, that's the answer. Think maybe, yeah, maybe I'll add some more details at the bottom. Okay. Was thinking about just going inking, but feel like I need some more guidelines for myself. Maybe these are all different apartment buildings, kind of. That's why there's so many doors. That's a very narrow one. Alright. I feel like that's good enough of a sketch. Let's do some inking. I have this fountain pen with ink, but the problem is that the ink that I put inside of it is not water resistant, so if I want to do watercolor on top, it's just gonna blur into one black mess. So I think I'll just stick to my trusty Tombow pen. It's always funny to start inking because I never know from which place to start. Because when you put ink down, it's kind of permanent. It even says that it's permanent somewhere. Doesn't matter. At the end of the day, this stuff doesn't matter much. Like, I tend to think, you know, if you can draw something once, you have the skill to draw it again. So if you ruin this piece in the worst case scenario, you will need to draw it again. And if you generally like drawing, maybe second time it will turn out even better and won't annoy you so much. But since there was no kind of very specific goal for this drawing, I don't think there is a way to ruin it, because you can ruin something only when there are expectations of some sorts. But if you don't expect much, can't really ruin anything. I wonder what would be written on the sign in front of this harbor. I'm open for suggestions. If anyone has a good name for this thing, or like a symbol, we can put it on this little shield. I would usually recommend starting to ink from foreground to background, because then it's easier to see where you shouldn't ink. But I think this composition is simple enough, like there are not so many layers, so I can just go ahead and ink it as it is. Oh, damn it. A little bit messy here, but at the end of the day, it won't be noticeable in the whole composition, I think. I don't know, maybe there's too much happening in this place. Like too many lines are connecting here, but we'll see if that becomes the problem later. You can kind of only see it when you're done with the composition. Let's just make this one super long, this part of the roof. Kind of to avoid the tangents, but also to make it look a little more weird and unusual. That's an okay shape of the house, I think. I guess something like this. Hey, Celestilina. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? We're hanging out here drawing some sky harbor or like some sort of something like that. Don't know. Oh, yeah, I forgot about the difference in time. Yeah, that's okay. Still have about an hour to draw. We changed the time to daylight saving time last Sunday. Don't know why we still do that. It feels like it doesn't do anything except of create confusion for everybody. Wonder if anyone knows like the statistics behind it, like if it really does anything. You know. And I see your friend Mr. Snail has a face. Yeah, he always had a face. And that was his face kind of since he was born. And he's constantly in kind of a mixture of I don't know, shock and surprise. That's just how he is, you know. Very easily shocked individual. Mr. Snail. He's not really upset. He's more like, what the... That's his expression. It could be a good surprise, you know, like maybe he is just looking at this and thinks like, oh, this is great. Exactly. Are you comfortable with him looking like that at your drawings? Yeah, it encourages me, in a way. I think that he really likes it, and that's why he has this face. So it's as if I have like my biggest fan always enjoying my drawings and surprised how good I am. There is a little bit something weird going on with this perspective. It's kind of became spherical suddenly. I need an army of those. Ah, that's too sweet. Or do you mean like since I can't get those on like real fans on, on Instagram, I need to make myself an army of snails? That's a good advice as well. Like just to not be dependent on people, just have an army of snails watching my streams all day long. Your buildings look like buildings in a Hobbit movie. For dinner. Wait. Oh, snails for dinner. No, don't listen to her. Yeah. Yeah, there are some strange conversations about snail eating happening in the chat. Trying to answer as a conversation, yet it doesn't work. Well, it's okay. It works if I look in the chat in time before I forget what I was saying. Then it works. It's okay. But with Twitch, there will always be some kind of this discrepancy between what's happening on the screen and what's happening in the chat. By the way, do you guys need chat on the screen? Because I can set it up that you have chat on the, like maybe here, but if nobody's reading it, or I mean, if you're guys busy or something, so you don't read it anyway, then I guess it doesn't make sense. I need some Zoom games, please, guys. What's a Zoom game? Is it a thing, or did you just make it up? I know only Zoom like a software like Skype, that you can call with. Zoom. What is Zoom? Oh, Zoom games? Did you mean like Zoom games like you call with Zoom and you play something together? Like Dungeons and Dragons or something? Oh, Jesus. So, Stilliana, you're breaking the chat. Yeah. I'm not sure you can copy the image in the chat. Yeah. No worries. Oh, look, Streamlabs is posting automatic message. Hey, there are some important links. You can follow me on Instagram, Telegram, and also check out the kind of like a Notion page that I created for everything sketchbook related. I'm not happy with it. By the way, did Musk just popped in for a second screaming balls and then disappeared forever? I guess so, yeah, that's what Musk does recently. He just runs around runs around screaming balls and disappearing forever. I remember there was a time when Musk used to draw along with the stream. But the time has passed long time ago. Nowadays, Musk is too busy to join us in the drawing game. I know that Musk is still lurking around. I can see him in the list of users in chat. I don't know. I always get frustrated when drawing these, like all the windows and doors and all this stuff, because I don't know, it looks like unnecessary detail, but without it, it looks really empty and weird. So it's just stupid. Let's give some thickness to some of these beams that are constructing the houses. I think that's some Sigur Rós there. By the way, if you want to know what's playing on the stream, you can always look below the stream. If you're on a desktop, then there will be these panels where there is like a now playing panel for Spotify. Don't know, these probably things don't matter much, these like little details, but and the what if I'd like Schmurder asks, what if I'd like to know what was playing a couple of songs ago? The only way to do it is to ask me to rewind back. That I can do for you. I can also share the link to the playlist if you want. I kind of constantly add stuff there. There you go. Like I always add like songs there, and it's growing before each stream a little bit, but yeah, for now that's what I have. How do we deal with these, like, these things here? Do we need a fence? We probably do. Smelly, did you move with a cat? Smell. Smelly. Alright, let's do some air balloons. Hot air balloons. Drone. I want to find these like old drawings of hot air balloons, like how do you call them? What's the word? What was Rembrandt doing? He wasn't painting, he was like carving in. Doesn't matter. I can't remember anything. Itching? No. Etching. You know what Rembrandt was doing? He was itching most of the time. The cat is still in St. Petersburg. Yeah. Moving with pets and children is probably not an easy thing to do. Even if it's just one cat and one child. It kinda adds up, I guess. Celestine says she's sorry that the cat had to stay behind. That's a very derpy air balloon. I didn't know you can make an air balloon look derpy, but I guess you just need the right person to do that. This is weird, this air balloon thing. Just trying to take into account the perspective and stuff. My mom is really happy to stay with the cat, and I guess that's mutual, says Schminicopter. Yeah, that's also good though. Like, it's less stress for the cat, some company for mom. I wonder how much pets actually like care about who they're staying with. I know that when we had the dog, she was really like waiting for my dad to come home. Our cat wasn't a big fan of our daughter. Yeah, probably maybe jealousy. Too much attention to the little person. But yeah, like our dog used to really wait for my dad to come home, so she would be really missing him, kind of. Old hot air balloon. Something like this. But in general, I wonder how much the pets actually care about that. As Lina asks, however, now I will sing a song as Schmellicat, Schmellicat. What are they feeding you? Schmellicat, Schmellicat. It's not your fault. I don't know the melody of the song you're suggesting. What is the melody of this song? By the way, guys, if you're not subscribed, if you're not following this channel, this is from Friends, the TV show. I never watched Friends. And I never wanted to, so it's not on my list. But I know a lot of people are really big fans of that TV show. I guess it was like the pinnacle or like the starting point of all these sitcoms, something like that. Just recently saw Friends for the first time, so Schmelicopter. It's, yeah, I don't know, maybe one day I will watch it, but I doubt it. I think the older I get, the less I want to watch it. So can't imagine really watching Friends when I'm like 80. But you never know. We'll see. Maybe it happens. Maybe I will be in virtual reality and time passes differently there. Another gates here. Another docking station, if you know what I mean. can't give you a short answer on that, Schmidelicopter. The question was if she likes Friends. Don't know, usually if people either like it or not, I think. Maybe feel all kinds of irritation, nostalgic obsession, and more. Oh, it makes you feel things. Maybe I should watch it. Alright. Do you like Friends, Celestina? I mean, it looks like you do based on your reaction to Schmidelicopter's answer. I think for me, the best sitcom that I watched was Community. I don't know, I think it's just genius. It's all sorts of weird, but also clever in some ways. Like it's just you need to be okay with their sometimes strange humor. I don't know, especially the first like 3 or 4 seasons. Phew. Just genius. Only after I learned that the creator of Rick and Morty is the same guy as the creator of Community, I started watching Rick and Morty. And I was happy about it. Did you see IT Crowd? Asks Leslie. Yes, of course. The IT Crowd, Richard Ayoade. He's also a brilliant guy. I don't know. He's so weird and nerdy. Like weird in the really good way. He's consistently weird. That's what I mean. Like when you watch IT Crowd, you see him there, and he's the same in real life. Like I watched a lot of like interviews with him. I mean, yeah, of course, interview is not real life, I guess. But I watched a lot of interviews with Richard Ayoade. Is that like fluffy hair guy? He's all kinds of nerd, but in a really good way. Schmidelicopter correcting the spelling of Phoebe and Chandler. I think those are characters from the Friends. Alright, we have some sort of inking of the top part. Let's do some part of the bottom part as well. I see. What kind of Friends fans are you? Helicopter bullying everybody in chat. Just watched Friends for the first time, is already an expert on spelling. Just kidding. I have dyslexia. I have an excuse. Do you really do have dyslexia? How does it? How do people diagnose it? Like how? What's the process of diagnosing dyslexia? I'm not mocking. I'm just curious because it's such a specific disease, or I don't know. Is it disease? Psychological quirk, I guess. I don't know. I'm just stupid, sorry, no excuses. Well, that also sounds like an excuse. I'm just dumb. But you're not stupid, LeFleur. I know you. Maybe there is a street here, kind of inside the... like underneath these houses. Or like in between the undercity. I don't know how else to call it really. No, I wanted to ask the same question. One moment, for this I need Google Translator. Alright. Thanks for speaking English though. I know you're sometimes shy in speaking English, but it helps everybody understand everyone. More people can participate in discussions. So sometimes I don't see the difference between the letters when I read or write, and sometimes I don't know how to pronounce correctly simple words like a window or a stump. But these are second things, so it doesn't sore me. And Sasha perfectly understood your joke. That's okay. Well, speech therapists diagnose this easily. That is what is interesting. Like how you differentiate between a person not being able to do that, and the person, I don't know, didn't go to school or like was skipping all the phonetics classes or whatnot. You know, like, again, I'm not like blaming your or doubting your situation, just wondering like how do these therapists find the difference. I think I kind of messed up this part. Ugh. That looks dumb. Don't look. Yeah, I understand who the speech therapist is. That I'm just still curious. This looks like a Dutch house because it's so narrow. Well, as a child, you don't really understand what's everyone's, what anyone's, and it's easily for doctors to understand that you don't understand something and don't know. It's hard to grasp the last the sentence, but I think I know what you mean. So, like, as a child, you yourself don't understand, like, you don't understand people, and the doctors can like see that and understand that it's not just like when not just the laziness or lack of knowledge, it's just the actual like psychological thing, right? That's what you mean. I dream of visiting Cappadocia, so your drawing warms me especially so today. That's nice. Does Cappadocia has anything to do with floating cities in the sky? Isn't it like a mountainous region in Georgia or something like that? For some reason, that's what associated in my mind with Cappadocia. However, it's time for me to brush my teeth, or otherwise my parents are coming to visit me. Otherwise, so if you don't brush your teeth, the parents won't come. That's an easy way to get rid of your parents. I think now it's easy to track on equipment, but it's 90s. This was not. Yeah, that's. I guess that was the speech impediment comment. It is the place with balloons in Turkey. Oh, true, Turkey. Balloons. Yeah, I think I know what you mean. Actually, I can. Cappadocia. Yeah, why did I think Georgia? Yeah, this looks amazing. Do you want to fly on the air balloon as well? Mm. Cappadocia, yeah. For sure. Kate's mom was there. Did she go on the air balloon trip? Do you know? Don't know, some just like random things here. Just random fences. Mm. Oh, she was. Sorry, I had to mute myself for a second. Um, she was afraid of heights. Like however, she was delighted with nature and the strangely destroyed mountains. Yeah, if you're afraid of heights, I guess it's hard to go in an air balloon. Don't know if I would go. Just don't trust those things much, but maybe it's okay. Celestial says, however, my teeth are waiting. I was glad to pop in, although not for long, and failed the chat. Thank you for stopping by, Celestina. Have a great day. Have fun with your parents. Take care of them. You only have a couple of them. Stay safe. Don't do anything stupid. But yeah, thank you for stopping by, Celestia. Bye bye, slash helicopter. Bye bye, Celestina. Toodly doo. I think adding these little details to the windows make them a little bit less weird. Maybe not everywhere, but at least it makes you understand that these are windows and not just, I don't know, textures. You probably would understand that uh, it's a window, but makes it less awkward, I guess. Everyone is leaving. To the windows, to the wall. What is that Maladish helicopter? I don't know if everybody's leaving. I hope not. We still plan to be here for another hour, or maybe half an hour. Celestina left, but the rest are still here. What could be the material for the roofs in the sky? Tiles? Tiles are maybe too heavy. Maybe hay. I guess I'll just indicate the texture a little bit without drawing too much of it. Drawing bees. How are bees interacting with the bear that you're drawing? Are they angry at him, or like do they have a trading agreement that bear protects them from humans and they give him honey or something like that. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to come by, even just to say hello for a few moments. Like, you know, Celestina stopped by, said hello. Mosk stopped by, said balls. And I don't know, it feels like you're hanging out with friends, which is exactly what's happening. So, if you don't have time to watch the whole stream, I really appreciate if you just stop by for a few seconds and say hello. I don't know, just feels good. But you were drawing a bear. They're just swarming around the bear. Around the bear, around the bear. I know there is a thing I need to work on, and it is scaling consistency. At least I call it that way. Basically, the point is that, you know, if you have some of the hay lines on the house neck close to you, they should look smaller way back, or, you know, like disappear into kind of one, just the texture. And I'm really bad at that. Like, in my case, kind of the texture here, which is closer, looks the same scale as its background. And the same goes for windows, you know, like it's kind of really inconsistent and all over the place. And I think that's something I can really work on, apart from everything else. Is it a random bear, Schmilicopter, or is it like a Winnie the Pooh bear? Let's add some thickness to this stuff. Let's just do some of the wood texture here as well, I guess. I think it helps a little bit to add some diversity to these plain boxes. Polar bear, you can't see him on the white paper, says Le Fleur Blanche. You can see him if the bees are swarming around him, right? Maybe that helps. Also, we need some sort of lanterns, I think, on the poles everywhere. I don't know where these stairs lead to. They don't make too much sense to me, but you know. Well, he wears glasses, but pretty random still. He is a bear from one of the Aesop fables. Oh, yeah, true. You're illustrating the fables of that ancient Greek guy called Aesop, as we now know, or at least children version of that. How is that going? Is it fun? Should we do next stream illustrating one of the fables? I mean, maybe not from Aesop, but do you think it could be a fun task? He commissioned me. I wonder in which currency is he paying? Is it like old Greek currency? Would be funny. Aesop, stylized as Aesop, is an Australian luxury skincare brand owned by Brazilian company Natura and Company. In addition to skincare, Aesop also produces hair care, soaps, and fragrance. Well, there is that Aesop, but I don't think he commissioned Sasha. Although you never know with these marketing guys, like they can come up with everything. I don't know where the staircase lead from. Did I already tell you that? I think there would be these like ropes hanging everywhere just in case somebody falls off or you need to tie something to this construction. Does it make any sense? Said I'm stupid, so it's okay, LeFleur. No worries. Aren't we all a little bit stupid sometimes? And there is a big distinction between stupid and silly. I think you're silly, not stupid. I guess something like that. It looks like there is a reflection of this house below, right? Okay, I really like this project system helicopter. It's a rhymed interpretation of those fables for children, so I'm just drawing cute animals and stuff. Sounds fun. Maybe we'll illustrate something one day on the stream as well. Maybe not the Aesop's fables, but there are so many other fables to illustrate. also like. It's beautiful. Thank you, Lefleur. It's very kind of you. But now it's time to do a little bit of watercolor. Maybe I'll do just like, we have 15 minutes left from the stream. Maybe I'll do like one big wash, because don't think there will be time for it to dry really. I have this sprinkler that helps to water the paper. I hope it's water resistant ink. At least it should be. All right, now when we have these uneven puddles of water, let's put some paint in them. Let's put these guys back up. Oops. That was weird. Ah, you're talking about your project, Schmiel. Schmiel. Let's just go wild. What do you think, guys? Let's just add blobs of color like I never did before. Let's get this ochre. Let's get this sepia. More ochre. More sepia. New level. Psh, psh. Yeah, that's next level of watercolor when you can psh, psh. Want to change a little bit color every now and then, maybe a little bit more red, a little bit more yellow on one of them, maybe a little more orange on this side, just to keep it kind of interesting. And obviously they will be more dark when they're close and lighter and less contrasted when they're further back. Yes, but now I'm feeling guilty because we should talk more about what's going on here, and I really like how it looks so far. Says helicopter. No, don't worry about talking about what's going on here. It's okay. I am interested in what you guys have to say about other stuff as well, so as long as there is some nice conversation going, I'm okay with all of that. Doesn't really, like, I don't have a specific plan of what I want to say on stream, so as you can see. So it's not really concerned that, you know, we don't talk about this art. Trying to be more like painterly with this today, with the watercolor. because usually I just take one color specifically, like one specific color, and then paint it, then take another and paint it. But today I kind of feel like I don't mind it all blurring together into just messy color blobs, because I don't know, for some reason that's what I'm going for today. More sketchy approach, because I can add extra details later and all the specific shades that I need. We can see what's going on at your project. Maybe it's gorgeous. Yeah, if you're willing, or if you can share, you can easily send it to our Telegram chat, and then I will show it on the stream. Easy as that. Let's get some hay color. Hay color. Yeah, by the way, guys, we have Telegram channel, we have Instagram. On Telegram, there is a specific channel to send your images to, so I can show them on stream if you're drawing something along. So feel free to join all of those sources, and let me know if you think like we need Discord or something like that. I know that a lot of other artists on Twitch, hey color, now battery died and I missed what you were saying, and the chat is blank. Oh no, I can tell you. Lefleur said that maybe your project Schmiedekopter is gorgeous and we don't see it, but maybe we should. And then I said that if you want, you can send a picture into Telegram chat, and then I will show it to everybody. Or like if you want and or can legally do that. Now the baskets. The balloons should be really colorful, I think, because they need to stand out in this whole I'm not allowed to do that yet. It's alright, you can share whenever you can. That sentence, great. You can share whenever you can. Yeah, thanks, Captain. Maybe next stream or other day. And I wasn't saying that my drawings for this project are that awesome, just that the project itself is interesting. You didn't say that they were awesome, but we just assumed that they're awesome, so, you know, that's on us, I guess. Mostly on the Fleur Blanchet, because she was the one saying that. Let's get one balloon, just maybe pure red. Although it's far, so it shouldn't be that bright. Maybe there's a purple balloon in honor of Nervan, because she likes everything purple. Why am I here under Insta nickname? I don't know, I guess you chose this nickname when you were registering and you just kept it, maybe? Or maybe there is like a register with Instagram? I don't know. Don't think so though. Ooh, I like this orange color. Hey, color. I remember you. Oh, is it connected to the Insta? Don't think Twitch is connected with Insta. They're two different companies. Like one is Facebook, one is Amazon. I don't think those two are merged together yet. I remember you saying that those who live underneath have a lot of light as well, as this is a floating in the sky. But doesn't look like that now. True, you know, you're right, but the I needed some kind of shadow there. You know, like they still can have a lot of light, but if the sun is above this platform, like they will be in the shadow, but the shadow won't be as dark as the shadow on at the same time like in our house, because they still get like huge amount of light from the sky around them. You know what I mean? Guess I need to make some just a little bit of contrast between these guys. Maybe some of this wood is really like old and dark, so I just add this. Oops, sorry. Makes sense. Yeah, like this, it will be still in the shadow in some circumstances, but just not as much. It'd be nice to get these. I think maybe I should switch to this thinner brush, but I kind of still want to add these like big blobs of color. I like a color for this. Yeah, it's kind of unusually colorful for me, I think. I think I will sprinkle some more around. Now everything will blur together, but I want to add some sky color. That's why I added some water. Let's use a bigger brush maybe. really relaxing and meditative to just like when you already have everything done. I don't know, to me this like digital rendering of your painting is much more tedious than watercolor. I guess partially it's because it never looks like I want it to look, and with watercolor it's kind of, you know, with digital stuff. I think what distracted me, color blobs, that's what you need. Says Schmidt-Color. Yeah, color blobs solve everything. But basically the what was I saying? Yeah, with digital, what's distracting is that you can fix everything. You know, like you have this feeling that, oh, I don't like this, so I will just delete this layer and try again, or I will create a new layer on top, or we'll use this tool or that tool. And with watercolor, it's like, well, if you mess up here, like if you draw something on top of something by accident, it's gonna stay there. Like you can theoretically go with white gouache or whatnot and try to like hide your mistakes and stuff like that, but it doesn't like work as easily. So you're more or less like committing with every stroke you make. And at first it's kind of scary, and I don't know, it makes you anxious a little bit. But eventually you just like, oh, well, if I mess up, then I mess up. Like that's the nature of watercolor. You just move on to your next stroke of the brush. And I think it's a good attitude in life as well. Like not getting caught up with what's not working and just moving along, moving further, seeing, like not getting stuck on these little imperfections and all this stuff that doesn't work out. You know what I mean? All right. Now we're in the sky. Need to darken the background a little bit. At least those houses further away. So it at least separates a little bit the background and the foreground. Hope the lighting also makes sense. I'm not sure about that because I'm not really thinking about lighting yet. Like I'm not adding shadows really. Said me and added some shadows here and there. But I'm just adding kind of like ambient shadows. Doesn't matter where the light comes from. Above the houses, under the roof, they will be darker. So just adds like a little bit of extra content there, I think. But I think the light is coming from kind of like up left. So all the right side will be kind of much in the shadow a little bit. And for that I always use this indigo blue watercolor. guess something like that would be more realistic. Don't know though. Maybe not really. All right, let's slowly wrap this up, I guess. It's time to move on with our daily lives. Something like this, I guess. Maybe some more darker underneath. This guy should be in the shadow there. Let's add some shadows to the balloons as well, I think. Just a little bit, so you know they make some more sense in this three-dimensional space. I'm in the color blob mood today, so that's how I do it. But only today. Usually I'm much more accurate with this stuff. But I like how it's kind of messy and weird. Alright guys, I hope you had some fun. Maybe you drew something along. If you did, don't forget to share it on Instagram or Telegram. You will see the links right now. There you go. I think I will work a little bit more on that today because I want to add some more like details in watercolor, but I wanted to do the first like general big color blob wash. It doesn't look overcolored still. Great job. Thanks guys. Thanks for sticking around. I hope you had some fun, and don't forget to follow everywhere so you can be notified when the next stream comes. But I think next stream will be next Sunday, like always. Salt does not exist. Oh, this is beautiful. Thank you. You came in just at at the very last minutes of the stream, but thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to follow on Twitch so we get notified with the stream. That's always appreciated. Hey, thanks for the follow. All right. Yeah, I'm just about to leave, but I will be back next Sunday and maybe even another time before that. Thanks LaFleur, thanks Schmilecopter, everyone. Have a good day and have a good week. Bye bye.